for him. The 2019 Hall of Fame class combined for 55 Pro Bowls and 10 Super Bowls. Congrats to all of them. Still to come on Countdown, from David Tyree to the Saints surprise onside kick. We're counting down the wildest plays in Super Bowl history. And you've heard of the dog pound and the black hole, but we're going inside the Rams' own group of super fans.
So I thought, let me pump this crowd up. What better way than to fire some produce on your head, put it on, and look at me, I'm crazy.
Switch gears, because we're all kind of wondering how Rams fans will travel. How many fans will they actually have here in the stadium tonight? Well, Vivid Seats can help us project what the crowd will look like in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and they're projecting a big Patriots advantage. According to Vivid Seats, 66% of the rooting interest will be pulling for New England compared to 34% for the Rams. Not to say Rams fans don't travel well or they're not hardcore, right, Sam?
That's right, Susie. As you know, there are fans, and then there are super fans. And the real difference is probably most evident in, well, volume, of course. Body paint. I haven't seen much of that yet this morning, but I'm sure later on today. And props. Now, the prop thing gets a little bit tricky because of stadium rules and safety concerns. But back in the 80s, some Rams fanatics were trying to set themselves apart. And it all started in the produce department. Jack Collinsworth has this one.
Jack doesn't have a Melon name.
So you're telling me everyone's got a Melon nickname out here?
Yeah, I'm Melon Owens.
I'm Dave. Max Melon.
Big Seed.
Oh, Big C, is that you?
Yeah, I like to start right in the dead center, and then I make bigger and bigger circles, because the worst thing you can do is cut the hole too big, and then you have a floppy melon, which is not cool.
Nobody likes a floppy melon.
From the start of wearing a watermelon on my head by myself back in the early 80s, the crowd was far too laid back for my taste. Someone yelled, they'd sit back down like they were embarrassed, like it was tennis or something. So I thought, let me pump this crowd up. What better way than to fire some produce on your head, put it on, and look at me, I'm crazy and I'm not afraid to yell.
How long were you going to games as a lone melon man?
2 years.
Was it ever lonely?
Well, I had my melon.
Lance Goldberg planted the seed and the patch grew from there, reaching up to 11 melon heads, but always including a core group of produce providers.
I have the torpedo design, so this will be
Scraping, man.
I just like the way it balanced on my skinny head, I guess.
I go old school. I'm doing the leather helmet version. As you can see, my face is going to go right there.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Okay. My son Max was baptized in melon juice.
Yeah, I was out of the womb.
And then we rock out.
Horns up, baby. What was it, 9 months old and donned the melon? Or what?
Good answer.
Yeah.
And that's where we became the melon patch.
Let me ask the obvious question. Why the melon?
Oh, it's so obvious.
It's the only thing.
Cantaloupes are too small.
Exactly.
Cantaloupes give you that Peyton Manning forehead bruise. John Madden just kind of ridiculed us.
You wake up on a Sunday morning and say, what are you going to wear to the game? Oh, I think I'll stick a melon on my head.
So we got him back. Dave brought a John Madden head, and we
From a hardware store.
We put a melon on him, and we named ourselves Madden's Melon Patch.
There's your fan club. Yeah, no, I don't know. When I came into the stadium today, they got all upset with me.
So he became part of the melon patch.
Yeah, Madden's a melon head, yeah. Looks good on you.
The melon patch soured, with rumors of the Rams leaving in 1994.
So take me to the last game.
Oh, I remember that.
Take me to the last game before they head to St. Louis.
I got a phone number for you.
Where are the paddles? Okay.
Go Rams wherever you are.
That's right.
We don't care. We'll be watching.
Ram fans forever.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Starting
the
to
true
move
fans.
So the melons went on the shelf during the St. Louis days.
Not necessarily.
A couple of road games.
A handful of times we went and wore melons. The first game in St. Louis.
Missouri Melonheads wanted. Do it, Rams! Come on!
The championship game. Ricky Proehl's the catch game.
Kurt Warner. Rainbows the far sideline and this Ricky Proehl! Yes! The Rams are going to the Super Bowl!
Melonheads were in attendance at that game.
21 years after they left, the Rams returned to LA, and the melon patch was waiting for them.
Rams returned game 1, watching that team run out of the tunnel of the Coliseum. What was that like?
That was insane.
Yep.
That was the best.
That's when you knew it was real. That's when you knew it was real. When they ran out on the Coliseum, that then you knew, okay, they're really back.
And football is back in LA.
Just watching them come out, it was like
Deja vu.
Back to the Future or something. It was so cool. It was so fun watching them run out, man. Oh my God.
And then they ran a touchdown.
You okay? You gonna cry?
I'm good. I'm good.
With the Rams back, the Melonheads continue to bring their own flavor to LA football.
About a half an hour, we'll start the Melon March.
Started. I don't know.
Melon March.
Melon March is we march in together as a group, high-five all the Ram fans, and we go in and do our thing, baby. Power of the produce! Let's go! Win this game, baby!
How much sweeter would this Super Bowl be than the 99 one?
Oh, it'd be ours for real.
It'd be ours.
It'd be ours for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they win
Yeah.
this year or
I
next
agree.
year or whenever it is, it will
I
be
agree.
different because it'll be for the LA
agree,
Rams.
Dave. I agree.
And that will make a difference. We love St. Louis and everything. Thanks for taking care of our team. But, to win it here would be just that much better.
You gotta love the passion, and you gotta know that if they win this game today, there are gonna be a lot more watermelons. Watch out, LA grocery stores, because they're gonna be selling out. Matt, I actually have an idea for you. You ready for this? If the Rams win today, get a little green paint, and turn the melon into a melon. Will you do it? I want an answer right now.
I'll do it if you do it and you do
Stop
it.
it. No, this isn't you.
How about we do it to you?
Yes, perfect. All right, we got
You're
plans.
bullying me. Stop.
You can join the Melon March.
Josina Anderson has some real information to give us. She's on the Rams all day. Josina, what's the very latest on LA?